welcome to I'm Loving Life Media. Wow.
Let's try that again.
Welcome. I'm Loving Life.
We are excited, apparently. Loving
Podcast
Life.
with A&T Mechanical, Heat and Air, Plumbing.
Soon to be something else. It's shocking news. Wink, wink.
Can we? I don't see why we can't plug
Yeah, you
it.
can. People, yeah, why not?
Okay, we're adding electric. Yes,
Electrical.
thank you. Thank you.
Oh, my
know.
goodness.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Talk about loving life. Like, someone can call A&T right now. Well,
In January.
In January, call them and say, I have a problem, and we can make anything happen.
Yeah. I think it adds more kind of value to people too, and they can always know that they'll get the same level of service
Right.
that comes with A&T Mechanical. So yeah, really big deal.
It makes you kind of nervous to actually start another chapter.
It's gonna be just like the plumbing thing
know.
again.
I don't think so. I'll say, wait a minute.
Well, hopefully not as difficult, but I think we kind of learned a lot from that part.
Right.
Probably, I would say so. So maybe we can like nip issues in the bud quicker.
Oh, yeah. I think we went down a path, and then we are able to move, and then now we've kind of already made our hiccups. And
I've already got electrical jobs like
I know, me
lined
too.
up. So like they're like,
so
when are you
good.
guys gonna start? January. All right,
Okay,
cool.
well, I'll
That's
wait
perfect.
and hold out until January.
What? Yeah. So there's already stuff just by talking here and
About it.
there. Mm-hmm.
I know. But that just shows like how good the client base my dad has started with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like off the wall, like really humbling to know that he worked. That's what he worked 45 years for,
Yeah.
to be able to say, hey, I can take care of that or
Yeah.
whatever. Exceed industry standards.
Yeah. I thought about it the other day actually so the whole reason why I was cleaning the dumpster the other day was because I was like, if Jesse was here right now,
Yeah.
what would he say? Yeah, that's not hitting standard right now. So like, so
Clean it up.
it's more of like, obviously he hasn't been in this week, but anyway, just like thinking about him and stuff, it comes up. You're like, okay,
I need to do it.
Yeah, we have to maintain that, know.
Yeah.
But because you gotta forget about things, you get busy and all kinds of craziness is happening, and then you forget. Like, oh, well, this is important. This matters,
But like, there's so many irons in the fire right now, and you're just like, oh, I need to grab this one. I need to grab this one. Oh, put that one back just for no, we'll keep it. It's like, and you keep the little detail, like that 5% that we're trying to make sure that we stay on.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part, because everybody will do the best they possibly can, but at that extra 5%, how do we get there? And
That's where you excel.
yeah, and I think we do really well of it because we have such a good team that says, hey, if they're not going to do it, then I'll go do it.
Right.
Just like you stepping up, my friend. Yeah, let's go.
What'd I do?
You threw the stuff away.
Oh, well, it's just...
He washes. I mean, you've cleaned the floors and all that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, well...
You're a neat freak, though.
Yeah, so it's funny because when I got home, I went like next house over, right, to the in-laws and picked up my kids and brought them to my house. And it was my wife and then my two kids. And my daughter goes, why is Daddy's car so clean? It's so clean in here. It smells so good, because... Not to blast my wife or anything, but she, obviously with kids and stuff, she has a hard time with it. And it's usually me. That will do that, and stuff. And it's just funny. My wife's like, well, Daddy, it's time for that. I was like, no, Daddy prioritizes this. Like, this is a priority.
But when you put kids in there, like...
Oh, it's a nightmare.
It's like cringing because somehow there's a footprint on the back of my seat. And I'm like, do not put your feet up on the back of it. Do not. Or somehow there's food and then there's toys that I have no idea. I know they came with none.
Right.
And then there's toys in the back. It's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. My thing is usually like jackets and toys and everything. And it's like, did we never take stuff back inside?
No, it's like...
Are we not doing this?
It's hoarding. The kids hoard stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. My wife just did a deep clean and cleaned out their rooms. And I'm like, how did all these toys get here? You only play with 3.
Right.
Like,
and you still have all this crap. So are you, speaking of, do you like make them give up toys before they can get toys for Christmas?
My wife does. So the whole monkey wrench in there is that my in-laws obviously drop off like random things, here and there. So it just accumulates. It's mainly the thing that bugs me the most is like the small toys and stuff.
The trinkets.
Yeah, because then they just get it all out and then it's just everywhere, So that's the big thing. It's like make them like bigger toys or whatever. That way they're easier to clean up.
And they're like from McDonald's boxes.
Yeah.
And it's not even like, anyway, the kids are loving life. That's all I'm saying.
They're having a blast.
Jesus. But we make it happen.
I think I'm going to take them to Yukon Lights tonight. I think we're going to drive through.
So what we're going to do Saturday is the Remington.
Oh, yeah. I saw that they're doing
Austin went to it.
Yeah. Is it pretty good?
Yeah, it was good.
I heard it's amazing.
The drinks are a little expensive, but I thought it was
Coke?
fun. Yeah, like the
Coca-Cola?
in the waters.
Yeah. It's like $8
So
for a bottle of water, right? It's
That's
like
not the drinks he's talking.
OU game, right?
Austin looks like he's like 18, but really he's above age.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not by much.
Austin's
much of-
kind of our like producer right now, I guess would be the
He's in the
equivalent.
background.
Yeah, it's kind of
We got
taking.
three.
We got some live people watching on live
Hey,
stream.
but he did do a cameo in his first commercial.
Yeah, that's true.
coming up.
Hopefully it won't be the last.
Well, it depends on your performance.
Yeah,
but
that's
we'll
fine.
let you
Exactly.
But man, that's pretty. You got to trust somebody to put him in a commercial right out the gates.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'd be okay.
Too bad I know the guy
Yeah.
for a long time. Anyway.
And we know his dad, so
Yeah, you know who to talk to.
Yeah, it's like, he did not perform.
he is having problems right now. Can you please talk to him?
We're way off
I
subject.
actually got to
Sorry.
meet Austin's wife the other day at
Oh,
the
that's nice.
Lime Real Estate, the pictures of Santa.
Yeah.
Great time. It was a blast.
Oh, yeah.
That's why he's loving life.
I think so. Yeah. He was out there at like 1:00 helping them set up and stuff. We got a shout out from the Lime Real Estate office, from it. Yeah.
From where? Where do they shout it out? They just out to the rooftops.
Yeah. Well,
amazing.
Lydia texted me out the next day, and then we shot like a little highlight reel for him too.
Oh, I saw that.
That one's a little bit, but there's more to it. So it's like
Like you had
Andre
the
was there.
gingerbread
Yep,
guy
gingerbread
and the
guy.
elf.
Yep, Buddy the Elf. We actually picked
Did
him
he
up.
really go like hard?
Oh, yeah.
man.
He would yell out randomly, "I love Santa!"
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was over the top. He was great.
Was
at
he
being Buddy.
actually like that's his job, or did somebody
I don't
from
know.
Lime Realtor?
No, I don't think. I
step into
think
that?
he
I
was
think
like
they hired
paid.
him,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think the gingerbread guy was hired and him too,
Yeah.
because they had a photographer there, and then they had Mr. Santa Claus,
Mr. Claus?
Yeah.
That was my first experience seeing we had all the capes and the kids loved it. All the kids had capes. All the kids were wearing our capes and running around and it was
But
awesome
they were
to
all
see.
hanging down to their.
Well, some of them started to tie them if they were too long. There was a couple kids that maybe bit it.
With
but
with bigger kids, it's actually works good, but it's really just the small kids that it's a little too big.
So we don't have to cut them all the way down.
I really don't think so.
Just
I really
rocking
don't
with
think
what
so.
we got.
I think we should keep some long and shorten some too, because the little kids, But I think it'll help out with like adults too that are okay with wearing capes because it actually fits good. So
But we go to a lot of events that have cake.
I think we should have a mixture, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be the plan.
Well, anybody have any questions
So far,
We're going live. We're going live again.
no questions yet. We have
Great.
3 viewers.
Hey, that's my mom.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's go. It's got to be my mom.
Thank you, Luann. We appreciate you.
So, with going through the theme, we have a Christmas party this week. It's a good time for us to get back to the guys that actually go above and beyond for our customers. So, I'm super excited. It's the first time to ever do it
In the warehouse?
in the warehouse. I mean,
Because last year was at Yellow Rose Theater. The year before that was at Mama Rojas, right?
is it Mama
Yeah, the
Rojas?
one by Lake Hefner.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we did it there. And then I wasn't here. The Mama Rojas was my first Christmas party.
Right.
So I don't know what you guys. Didn't you guys just like go out to lunch
Yeah,
somewhere
yeah,
or something? Okay. So it's only been really recent, probably the past couple years, that there's been like a big party.
Okay, we got a
right?
question.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
Oh, fair enough.
Oh.
So we have a Christmas party every year for the company, and like to celebrate the team that we have, such a great team, we have an event so that they can win prizes like Channel 5 gave us Thunder tickets to be part of the prize.
Yep.
Locke came in with a whole bunch of toys. Ha!
Yeah.
I like toys.
Yeah.
Tools.
Man toys.
For the guys to go. So we're going to do a big casino night here that have game, like people are bringing in tables so they can monitor them, like the coin. It's not really money, but
yeah, the chips. Some Monopoly chips, right? We have 5 now. Welcome in. If you have any HVAC, generator, plumbing questions, those are great too. So we would love to help you out with that.
But the whole part of the Christmas party is to actually to put your hair down and actually have a good time. Actually, let me rephrase that. Put your hair up and like go style, because we're actually like got a red carpet going, like make it real casino
There's a
style.
little some photo booth sections too, so that'll be a lot of fun.
They asked if it was for employees only.
Sadly enough, yes.
At this time, yes.
We are
Sorry.
hiring for HVAC journeymen.
It's a requirement, you know.
Plumbers, absolutely,
Electricians.
and electricians. So
We had an apprentice come in and interview today. I've been talking. Did you talk to Tony about it
for
the electric? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
we can go past that.
Okay. This opportunities, right?
I don't know. We'll see. But yes, it's for employees and for their significant other
Yes. Plus ones.
or their plus ones is what you can say.
This will be my first party. I'm excited.
Yeah. It should be fun.
Is he in long enough to go?
I don't know.
No, I don't think
know.
you've been here long
I think
enough.
you gotta be here 90 days.
Oh.
Are you in 90 days?
I did invite my wife already, so I'm
She
gonna.
can come. No. You're, yes.
I told her at the pictures of Santa, I was like, now you have a face that, you know, if I'm being a jerk to Austin, you can call me and complain, you know, whatever.
Why are you being a jerk to Austin?
I'm not. It was just a joke. It's just, you know.
I'm glad they got to meet.
We can talk about it later if he's been a jerk. It comes to me. Solve the problems.
Yeah.
But we're going to hand out some prizes.
Yep. Channel 4 is going to have Nutcracker tickets.
Ooh.
So that would be
Okay.
good. They're going to be coming in with that.
That's a lot better than what they said they were going to bring. So shout out to News 4.
Yeah. And then Malcolm with Nelson, he asked me yesterday if we need them wrapped or no, and I said no, unwrapped, so we can actually see what it is and stuff. So
And then Linux is giving Linux dollars.
Bucks, Dave Bucks, right?
Dave
That's what
Bucks.
it's called? Yeah. So Dave Bucks are like part of like the Linux online store, like merch store,
Yeah.
right? And it's like credit that you can order items.
Yeah. I mean,
guess
it's
the best
like
way.
drones. You can get dumb
a bunch
stuff.
of stuff.
Yeah.
Refrigerator.
That's right.
Yeah, I think you can get. I want like an old school retro mini fridge. Have you seen those yet?
The little guys?
It,
That you can put like 2 Red Bulls in?
well, okay, but in budget, yes, that's attainable. But ideally, it'd be like a big one, a big retro fridge.
Yes.
I would love that. It'd
Yes.
be amazing.
My parents have one of those.
Those are
They're
kind of
sweet.
coming back into style.
Hey, if we put a gin rack in there, we can see if we can swap
we
it.
could swap. Can we work out a trade, please?
We can trade that out.
We'll put in a gin rack. Give us the fridge, please. Give us a retro fridge. I think it's like 50s style is what the retros are. I think. Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, they're super cool.
You put an ice cube inside there to cool
It's
it.
an ice box, you know. Yeah. Have you ever heard of Pike Ice? You ever heard of this? So
I've heard of pikeys.
okay, so basically where this
Totally
comes,
different things.
Okay. Well, basically World War II, they're trying to figure out how to build aircraft carriers that were a little more, I guess, less susceptible to damage and stuff. So they basically experimented with mixing sawdust with ice or water, right, and freeze it. And apparently that makes what they call like pike ice, I think if my memory serves me right, and it doesn't melt very fast. And so the theory was literally them making boats made out of that, which sounds crazy now, but it was actually a program that the U.S. military was developing.
So that they wouldn't have to bring the boats back.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. To
Did
think
not know
about.
that was a thing.
But it didn't go anywhere. So,
Thank God they would have.
but apparently, like you can once you mix that, it will last for like 6 or 8 months, even when it's summer.
No way.
Yes, I kid you not. it's a thing.
That's why I did not go very long, because it melted away.
I guess I don't think it really makes sense, to be honest. It's probably too heavy. But anyway, it's a little World War II history for you.
So if you want some random facts,
I can talk random. If
he likes pigeons. He likes livestock.
Yeah.
So ask questions if you got questions.
If you want to know.
You don't want to know about heat and air or plumbing.
Yeah. Usually they'll bring up something, and I'll usually try to refrain from answering because I look like a nerd. But I was like, whatever.
You can nerd out.
I like to learn about a lot of random stuff. That's what it comes down to.
Well, we're going through this journey, the A&T Mechanical. What have you learned?
I think my big lesson this year was really being able to kind of control emotions better with like hard situations and not completely freak out about it, and kind of be, I don't know, more seasoned, I guess. But that was like a big thing for me this year was learning how to do that. That's a solid one. Yeah, so it's I think
you've done that.
Well, it's like, being chaos, right? Sometimes it can be a little chaotic and not lose your mind. And because I was thinking the other day, I was like, man, there was a certain situation that happened. I was like, if that would happen a year ago, I would have just been in my head for like 3 days and wouldn't be able to let it go.
This is not going to work.
Yeah. And then now I'm just like, all right, cool. It's just another Tuesday. It's fine. We'll figure it out.
But it's the experience that you get to know that, and that's the difference between a lot of other companies. Like, we're going to solve that problem. And if it hurts A&T's books, it's okay. But as long as that customer keeps happy, because you don't want to lose a customer over
whatever.
You put a box on somebody's driveway, we're going to fix it, right? So at the end of the day, it's just like making sure you keep those customers happy. And for you to grow, that's a big grow.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
I was just thinking about this the other day. So we had to redo give a free tub and redo some tile.
Right.
So now I know a little bit about tile now because I defined everything. Right. And now they're sending us business again.
Yeah.
And stuff. So what was more important to them was how to rebound from like crappy situation, because stuff's going to happen.
Right.
It's construction. Like, it's going to happen.
Right.
But it's like being able to trust that everything's going to be done right. And then we learn from that, and then we make our changes so it doesn't happen again.
Right.
That's kind of the goal.
But to make sure your guys can relay that is the next step for us is like, okay, you messed up, tell them you'll fix it, and I don't know what that process will look like, but regardless, A&T is going to fix that problem.
What do you think like your lesson has been this year?
I think it is growing into this more of a role, because like yesterday it was like I felt like I was in my element because it was just pure chaos, and it's like solving problems. But my biggest thing is trying to teach myself to have the people that we have in those roles to take over that before I step in. And I've gotten better with it, especially with the HVAC. And like, I'm not saying I had to do a lot with plumbing now because Mike takes over it, but he was out and it was like, felt like I was like, I'm in my element. Let's go. Let's figure this problem out.
Yeah.
But the HVAC that's the difference between running 26 years with HVAC and the plumbing, being here for 2 years. Granted, Mike's done it for a very long time, but we've got more stuff in place.
Yeah.
So our HVAC guys, our heat and air guys, we have an install manager, we have a service manager, we have leads that we can trust now and that kind of stuff, so that the process moves very seamless. So I don't have to worry about it. Like, that's one hat I can actually set here and be close, but over there. And then the plumbing's like, Mike has the hat, but like if he can't, because there's so much moving right there. He has one service manager. Well, he also probably needs another one, and it's just like building those blocks so we're successful. I mean, I think plumbing we're at least 2 weeks.
2 weeks out,
and we just keep bringing more stuff in.
There's more and more coming in.
Just like, thank you, thank you for sure.
Yeah, and we haven't even had any like crazy weather yet either.
Right.
You know?
It's not even cold. That's when HVAC will shine right now. But
yeah,
that's why you have the different trades, is so that when HVAC does hit, those other two will carry it. So you have stream of income that's flat instead of a
Well, I think
roller coaster.
consistency too will also help us with either market spend,
Oh, yeah.
being able to like project stuff, because that's like the biggest struggle whenever you don't really know, right? And I had to change, like when I first came in, my mindset was like, okay, I'm looking 6 months, and then I was like, crap, I gotta look at next month, bro. Like,
Yeah.
So hopefully we get to a point where we can kind of forecast things, project things a little bit, and maybe be able to be confident on where we should spend money at. You got a question? No?
Just waving at people.
So that's something to talk about for learning is like when you're coming in the trades, there's no guarantee. When you're family owned, there's no like guarantee that we have jobs next week. Mm-hmm. There's nobody like big firm that's just banking money.
Yeah.
Whatever comes out of it, and we have a kitty and we're like, okay, we got to make it through the winter. Once that's gone, it's gone. But I mean, we've done it for 45 years, so it's not like we don't know how to manage it. But it's still, I mean, you still, regardless, have payroll. You still have expenses, and then you have to work. I mean, what it comes down to, and sadly enough, marketing budget, it can go any way you want it. But like, you either pay marketing or you pay employees. It's like, I'll go with the employees first.
Yeah, it makes it tough,
It does tough,
which is fine because that's part of it. But I think it also, I know like mindset wise for me, like I've gotten more lean on like how I think of things, and it's almost like I have to get pushed to spend money now, which before, I would have been like, oh, well, we spend the money to get this. I'm like, no, like we got to be really, really exact with it.
Right. You have to be precise, especially when you don't have a big
budget to go with and stuff.
I mean, we have a good budget, but it's like we don't have some company, a multi-billion-dollar company that's sitting there saying, you have $1 million a month to spend. Mm-hmm. Like, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about pushing the envelope for people, but that's unrealistic. I mean, it's hard enough. Like, when you're starting out, I remember paying for my our website. It was $100 a month.
Mm-hmm. That was hard.
That was hard. And then that guy was making it snow all the time for no reason.
Yeah.
And then we had somebody that was smart enough that was working for me that I coached playing soccer. You know PJ? Mm-hmm. He did our website.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So he was
crazy.
doing our website, and I mean, we were paying him anyway, but then he at least made it stop snowing.
Yeah.
That was amazing. In July. So, like, he really helped there.
Yeah. Now I think
Okay,
about
we have
that.
a question. What kind of marketing has had the best ROI for you guys?
I know.
Okay, you go ahead because I probably have. Oh no.
You're going to go nerd out on them.
Well, yeah, you go ahead.
It's definitely home shows. Home and garden shows, hands down. No.
No.
No way.
In the grand scheme of things.
When we started growing, the only reason we were growing was because we were going to home and garden shows. Because it plants seeds for endless time.
Are we talking about the least amount of cost versus? Is that what we're talking about? Because I don't know. I'm trying to dissect it in my head.
The
which
best
one?
return on investment that we get usually is the home and garden shows, January and March, or the first two that we started with. When Jessica started with this, me, Jessica, and Victor would go out there, grind for 3 days, and we planted seeds that people are still using us from. So it's a long-term game, but it is the biggest. And it's when you do the home and garden shows, if you do a home and garden show, you cannot be sitting down behind a desk and hoping that people will come to you.
Yeah, because people
Then
won't.
you've lost all your money. And if you go and you're like, here's my flyer, you've lost money.
Yeah.
It has to be intention. You have to be driven. And you have to focus on the goal you have set for that month, that week.
It's funny though because you can watch other booths, right? And then they'll be sitting there, they have the game on, and so it drives you crazy. But then after the show, they'll be like, "Yeah, we didn't really do good this show. This is a crappy show, bro." Like there was so much opportunity to just walk by, but you didn't want to work it,
Right. So, what do you think the best return on investment is?
I think total amount of dollars made. is probably TV and Google ads.
Okay.
TV's hard to track, obviously, but I think our top grossing producers is basically Google ads and TV commercials.
I forgot to tell you, I went to bid a Generac today, and it was from the commercial.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't ask which one though.
Oh.
But that was the part of it, because I was like, he's already had one. He's like, yeah, I saw your ad on TV, I think, because it's very catchy and it makes your mind go, maybe I should call that.
Yeah, and it's funny because you'll see other companies and you can tell, like, once you actually are in it enough, you can see that they are using templates. There's a certain amount of shots that they do. It's super predictable.
Oh, for the commercial side.
Yeah, for a lot of people. Very predictable. There's always a chart on how they do it, and it's boring, to be honest,
It is.
It's just boring.
Everyone's. A truck drives to a house. A guy comes out with a pad and shakes someone's hand.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then they'll go to an air conditioner and look at it.
Or they'll show the van or the truck driving by, like a city monument, a big thing. But yeah, it's usually super generic. Now, the benefit that they have is they have more frequency. So that's why ours have to be way more intentional with it. I know Andre loves to use that word, intentional. I think he's brought a lot of that too when he came on, was being intentional. He talks about it all the time. Even with the little things, it's very, very important to do that.
And it is. And it's just, even on how you come into the screenshot, or is the camera coming to you, like you walking into the screen, people are like, it's just, but if the camera's it's a whole other level that I did not know exist.
Yeah, it's funny because once you start doing it, when you see ads or different companies or whatever, you'll catch things that drive you crazy because you're like, that's such a rookie mistake. You didn't get your frame rate right.
You're like, that's why A&T just kidding.
Like, it's like super, super basic things, but people don't know. Obviously, they're working with what they got. But it's just crazy because you'll start to see more ads and you're dissecting it,
Right.
It's like, oh, you kind of messed up here. This would have been better if you would have changed this just a little bit, It would,
right.
And we're not professionals by any means. It's just learning, and figuring out what works.
Yeah.
So I think it would do even better once we can actually up frequency, too.
Yeah.
That would help out tremendously because that kind of stuff does work. Those kind of ads do work, but you got to spend so much more money and get that reputation where they're seeing the repetition, right? They got to see it constantly.
Right.
So whenever I first started, I told my brother Mark, I was like, hey, I'm going to work for an HVAC company. He said, man, you're going to have a hard time. I was like, why? He said, you got to beat out Aircom Solutions. And I'm like, now that I'm over here, I was like, why did you say that? He said, I just see their stuff everywhere. So it's like this illusion, and you don't know anything about that company. It's just like you see them all the time. So then your brain kind of goes that way. You know?
Well, I mean, and that's the idea, is like, how can we be as frequent as they are or whoever and still keep our budget down? And it sucks because we're not a corporation, so we can't go just blow $1 million a month. But the return on investment is very easy because if you see us we have to go every other week or every, less time through the day just so we can at least see us. I mean, Channel 4 does really good with where we get put. Yeah. So does 5. 5 does really well, but it's just like, imagine just having a budget like that and be like, let's go. But you got what you got. Yeah. You can't complain about it.
You just do the best with it, But I think that also, I think customers do appreciate that too, because once you get to a certain size, you're like, you guys spend all this, so that's why your prices are this or whatever.
Alabama HVAC man says, what's up, boss?
What's up, dude? What's up?
I thought you were going to do the dude, like the guy that does the cracker dude.
I don't know.
I think it's more Louisiana, but anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the guy, the gumbo guy.
Yes, it took me a second, yes.
The two-step.
Yeah.
Little two-step.
Yeah. I always think
Yeah.
his thing is super funny.
Yeah.
I'm always entertained.
What I'm very impressed, and we can get off of, he has a big whiskey barrel that he just dumps a whole bunch of it, and then like tastes, like people send him bottles of whiskey, and he dumps them in there.
Do they call that the Infinity Barrel or something?
I don't know,
Something like
but it
that.
Is that what that's
sounds
called?
so amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I just want one sip. Like, bottle that up. Mm-hmm. I'm a whiskey guy.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's probably crazy. I don't know what that would be whenever you're just mixing a bunch of random stuff. You know? Does
I got a
actually
question.
taste good?
You guys from AT&T?
Are we from AT&T? No.
That's a common thing.
Fair enough.
It's very similar, but A and T mechanical.
Yeah.
So it's A ampersand sign T. I didn't know what an ampersand sign was until I came over here. So
I wouldn't have known the name. For
yeah, that's an ampersand sign.
What
so.
do you think about? Hold on. The new equipment coming out and prices?
So Joseph, thanks.
So I think the new equipment, like, everybody put this. It's not a lie. They
It's
put
fear-
out that it's
fear-mongering.
a fear that it's going to blow your house up, and it's not. Gas in your house is more flammable than that. There is some more structure and a little more stuff we have to do, but the new equipment's going to work just like the old equipment. It's just getting used to it, because when I switched from the older refrigerant R22 to 410A, it was the pressures that were more of a problem for me. But once you know what they are, they work the same. And everybody's like, well, it doesn't cool the same. It does cool the same. That's why they're making it happen.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about it. The price is going to be 10 to 15% more, is what they say. But no one knows that until January.
Yeah.
Like,
Now
I was shocked.
It didn't really work out right. Where they were saying last year that the prices were going to go up 30%. Did it really go up 30%?
It went up probably like 15.
15%?
Right.
Okay.
And I'm not putting an upper decker. It's just a mint because I'm coughing. You know what it's called?
I'm glad you clarified that. Yes.
Just a little mint because a little tickle. Anyway, but the prices are. You know what upper decker is?
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the price is going to be
from TikTok? Is that
I
what's
know,
going on?
I do. There's a guy on TikTok. I think it's John Daly's son. I want to say that. He's really all about the. Anyway, I don't know if that's true or not, but we'll go on.
You see his daughter playing golf?
Is that the one that smokes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's over there ripping cigarettes and
No.
stuff. Boom, you're like,
Yeah.
Just like that.
that is John Daly's daughter
Yeah.
all day.
That's awesome.
Keeps up with the reputation, you know.
She's pretty good.
He's got some crazy stories. You ever listen to him on podcasts? It's amazing.
It's really awesome when he's drinking and playing golf.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
The
amazing.
shoes come off real quick.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
I was listening. I finished up a podcast with John McAfee on Joe Rogan, and he was a guy that basically what they call like a singleton, and he was a special forces guy, but he'd go out on solo missions like in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Dang.
He told some insane. This dude's crazy.
Okay, Alabama HVAC man said, the fact is we can still buy parts for the 410A system so people don't have to worry.
Correct, but manufacturers can no longer build with 410A.
Yeah.
Is that right?
So
Alabama's like it.
So John McAfee, he actually brought a hat that was Saddam Hussein's hat. In the picture, there's a picture you can look up. That's if you type in Saddam Hussein Mauser, he's holding a rifle in the air and he's got this hat on, and it was that hat because McAfee actually got his tailor and his butlers. Right, they rolled him up and were questioning him because this is when they were trying to find him, and so he was given that hat, and he still had it, and he showed it on video, and you're like, bro, that feels evil. Like,
Yeah.
and then he told a story
A little
how
dark.
they're like apparently like the Suns, right? They were known for being like notorious, right? And there was a base that had lions, right? And they'd watch the army guys walk by. The lions were super lazy and stuff. They're like, they don't really care. But then they saw a woman with a kid walk by. The lions freaked out. So that told them they were only feeding them women and kids to those lions. Isn't that nuts? That's some dark stuff right there. That's
This is Loving
crazy.
Life podcast.
That's
You went
crazy.
way the other way.
No, it's
my
just
friend.
insane to think
that is
about.
good info. I
It's
have a
crazy.
personal question.
Okay, let's
From
go.
when we went to the Wellston dealership, how long would I have to be in this career to not have my legs shaking when I'm going down that tall of a ladder? How long did it take you to get used to it?
But I like that thrill, so I never worried about it. So I'm gonna tell you a real story. So I was, let's say 16, 17. There's a guy I rode with. It wasn't my dad. His name is JC. Worked for my dad for 30 years. Anyway, we were going by. This is how long ago a Blockbuster.
Oh, Blockbuster. Wow.
That's how long ago it
This is
was.
the 80s?
Close.
Okay.
And there was a fire truck that came because there was a fire on top of it. Well, they put the ladder up. And for me, going up ladders, I would just fly. I wouldn't even like hold, no big deal.
Yeah.
Fireman goes, puts the ladder on the side. Man, we were really dark just now. I'm sorry, y'all.
He's
And
still
I
alive.
see the ladder, like him going up the ladder, and the ladder goes like this, and I see his legs go down and hit. And it's so quick.
Yeah.
And ever since that, I was like, this guy messes with ladders every single day, and he drops. Then I could drop. So
Yeah.
after that moment, I was like 3 points of contact, step, step, step. But I've never been scared of it because I like heights. Like that thrill in my chest talks about bringing that energy that brings to the top.
No.
I love it.
Joseph still runs down ladders too, though.
Yes, but I'm telling you, ever since that, I'm a little more
He's been a
cautious.
little bit more careful.
Because when I went back by, the ambulance was taking him instead of going inside. Mm-hmm. But I don't know for you. I mean, you have to have more time, I guess. But
I think it was the no cage. There was nothing around it.
that's where it's at.
Dude, I've seen Jessica go up on the roof of Penn Square Mall on a ladder like that in heels. Not really heels, but you know
There's a hill.
they're heels.
wedges or whatever.
Yeah, it's like that tall.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it. She went up there. I was like, I can't let her out there like that. I'm like,
I gotta go.
I'm just holding on. Because heights, I'm terrified of heights.
Some people, I mean, it's not good for. I mean, it's like deathly scared, but no, I'll go over a building and be like, yes, life is good.
No, I won't go in a hot air balloon.
Have you watched there's a Netflix thing about like
The Climber?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Talk about you can
I
get
can't
that
remember-
feeling just watching that show.
It was a rock climbing, right?
There was like steeples and they were
Okay.
like married, like
Parkour type stuff, maybe?
I don't know, but like there was a woman and a guy, and the guy, I guess he fell off. But
You ever
anyway.
see the rock climbers? When they sleep?
Oh, they're like nailed to. Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, it's like a hammock.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
No,
I couldn't
No,
trust
you are
myself.
insane. No, thank you.
Yeah.
So,
hundreds
I
of
can't.
feet in the air and a yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you. I can't do that.
Are we that time? What time we at?
At 38.
Yeah, we went way over.
We did.
We passed over.
Interesting
All right. At the end of the
conversations.
day, love and life. Thank you all. Thanks for going live with us again. We're gonna do that next week.
Yep.
See ya.